how many demos rejected so far. But now I have the perspective of just saying fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna make the music that I like. If it fits for a label, perfect. I'm just gonna keep making it until maybe someone out there does it. And if it doesn't ever come out that way, then I'll figure something else out. I don't give myself the restraint of like, oh, I'm gonna try to make this song sound like something that this label would like.
My name is Gia here. We have Atroxx, we have Kevin, aka SVS. We are here back again for this weekly Artist Map and Faculty of Electronic Music Q&A. But I guess this week won't be really much of a Q&A. There's been something that's weighing a little bit heavy on my mind that I just really want to have a more open debate and chat with both of you in terms of what you guys think. And it's been something that I've been talking to people a lot about in terms of how to shift bad streaks or bad situations into something, for lack of a better word, more positive. Without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and read this quote that I've just posted on Instagram. You're either going to see your day as an opportunity or you're going to see it as an obligation. One perspective fosters growth, the other fosters negative emotions. The choice is yours. And to bring this back to like the artist context, right? I mean, life in general, you can be like, well, my job sucks, and you can look at it as an opportunity for growth. But really for an artist, right? Most of the time, artists, after they make music and whatnot, assuming that they're doing it with the right intention with no ghost producers, right? You know, that is their first love. That is their interest. But then everything after that is like, you know, I've talked to so many artists like, dude, I don't want to learn anything about marketing promotion. I don't want to do social media. I don't want to network. I don't care about all these things. I just want to make music and hopefully be able to just capture the attention of people. And then what happens, I see, is they either try it themselves or they don't try, and nothing happens, and they go into this negative spiral of like, well, marketing is an obligation, networking is an obligation, it's an obstacle, and this sucks. If this is what it's about, I don't want to go through it. And they start to create this negative emotional dialogue with themselves. And, you know, for me, it's like, I want to shift that mentality a little bit. It's like, yes, you've gone through the music part and you've gone through what I would consider the most difficult part, right? Is like learning how to produce music at the level you're supposed to be producing at. But then understanding, you know, afterwards, there's going to be all these XYZ, right? I mean, it's why we have a marketing and social media course. It's why we continue to provide these videos, because there's going to be obstacles that just keep looming in. And if you keep reacting with like, oh, this sucks, whack, fuck this shit, right? Like, dude, what do you think is going to happen? Rather, if you start to see like, you know what, I'm going to elevate my knowledge so that I can better position myself. It's an opportunity for me to learn. And when you learn, you naturally grow. And this is with any job too, right? I mean, think about any job that you've had. I'm sure 99% of you, including me, have had jobs where we just saw it as an obligation. I was like, oh, clocking in, clocking out. And you know, I mentioned to you guys earlier, looking back, I really felt like I should have turned my perspective of my old day job as an opportunity rather than seeing it as a pure obligation. And I just want to open this up and see what you guys think. And, you know, for us to just share some perspective with the artist community and the industry community that we're serving.
Okay. That's a deep one.
Yeah, it is, man. It really is.
I guess what it comes down to, what I would think is you got to ask yourself why you're doing it. I think would be the most important aspect of it all, because we're always gonna have good days and bad days when we wake up in the morning, right? And if I mean, I guess it's what is the cause of the disappointment? If you're waking up every day and you're feeling disappointed because you're not getting gigs and you're seeing other people getting gigs, and then I think your problem is that you're focusing too much on everyone else and you're not forgetting the real reason why you're doing it, and you're doing it because it's your passion. When you're doing something as your passion, that requires immense patience, you know. And I think the more you realize that you're doing it, it's like, Kevin, I think I've told you, every time you get on, at least in the idea of making music, every time you get on Ableton and you start making music, you got to be having fun. I turn on Ableton, even though for me this is a career, I still turn on Ableton the same way I would turn on my PlayStation, because I want to have fun, because I want to have a good time. That's why I do it to this day. You know, whether or not I continue the gig, whether or not it doesn't become a career anymore, does not change the fact that I will always be getting on Ableton. I'll always be making music. So my mindset is set for the rest of my life when it comes to making music.
Right. And with that mindset, obviously growing yourself as an artist, I mean, how do you feel about all the other obstacles that come after making the music?
Like,
or the tasks that you have, you know, like marketing. I mean, social media, like, you know, setting up your releases, working with I mean, there's all these things. I mean, even as you were coming up, looking for an agent, even getting signed to a label, which is the, you know, which is, I wouldn't say the most basic, but it's the next step, right? After you make your music, is to get it released. Understanding that it's part of the process. Like, how else are you going to get through it, right? If you continue to, and the whole point is see it as an opportunity. Like, truly, there's a book, Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. I mean, I would like to remix that to the obstacle is the opportunity.
Yeah.
Right. And the sooner you're able to understand that deeply and then just really apply it into the mental emotion. That's like a word I just made up. Your mental emotion. Like, dude, this doesn't suck. This is actually great. This is an opportunity for me to learn. And it's like, yes, we're definitely pulling more on the super positive side, but what choice do you have? Okay, dude, let's get super negative. Yeah, it does suck. Nothing's going to happen. This is how it goes. Yeah. The choice is always yours.
Yeah, it's one or the other. You're either going to hate it. You could either choose to hate it or you could choose to
enjoy
the best of it.
And look, positivity is always going to win. And if you disagree with that, if you disagree with like, no, actually being negative and being cynical is better and that's how I like to operate, that's completely wrong because
better for my music.
Better for my no. But I want to say that okay, you're not a cynical producer, but I do think you tap into some dark energy when you're really focused on your work.
Yeah.
And that dark energy cannot be mistaken as negative energy. Dark energy is not negative energy. Dark energy is, I mean, I'll share something with you. Dark energy is, yeah, I've been bullied my whole life and I am using my actions. I'm using this community to just mentally fight back that inner kid that got bullied. And that's dark energy. I wake up earlier before anyone else, 5:30 in the morning because I want to be there. Like, that's dark energy. It's not negative. It's a little intense. Kobe Bryant right here, Black Mamba. He wakes up at 3 a.m. He channels that dark energy. So I just want to let you understand that it's good to, you know, channel dark energy, and we can perhaps create a video to talk about the both and how to use the happy-go-lucky energy that I'm known for and the dark energy that I don't tell anybody about. But that's my drive, though. So yeah.
Well, that's what I use it. Like, I have a song called Nothing Left. And in the song, I go, every morning I wake up, I didn't make it. Every morning I wake up, I can't take it. There's nothing left. There's nothing left for me. But the whole point is I woke up all pissed off. I saw people like that I felt were just succeeding way more than me with all my work. And I said, you know what? I'm going to turn it into a song. And then that song did extremely well.
Wow, that is turning your mentality. I mean, right? I mean, literally, you took that negative feeling that you got and you're like, you know what? I'm going to turn that into an opportunity for me to make music. And now it's heard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
My pleasure.
How about you, Kevin?
Yeah, I mean, off of that, when you're talking about demos and whatnot, I mean, I have had how many demos rejected so far? Every time I keep sending it out, I think like, oh, this is a really good track. And everyone tells me, oh, this is a really good track. And so then I send it out, like I do a slew of demos, and then either I get nothing at all. Like they play it and then I don't hear anything, or they play it and they say, no, this is we're not going to take this, or this is not for us, or whatever. For the longest time, I would get really just upset and depressed and be like, well, okay, people are lying to me, or I really suck. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I can't really do this, and blah, blah, blah. And then I got to the point where my perspective changed because I had to, because this is, like Gino said, this is something I really want to do. This wasn't something that I took lightly and I was like, oh, I just want to do this so I can main stage or whatever. Like, I really wanted to do music. And because I had that perspective, it finally enabled me to kind of flip it a little bit. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, and I'm not saying I have, you know, I'm like bulletproof or anything like that. But now I have the perspective of just saying, fuck it. Like, I really don't, like, I'm just going to make the music that I like. And then if it fits for a label, perfect. I'm just going to keep making it until maybe someone out there does it. And if it doesn't ever come out that way, then I'll figure something else out. But for now, it's just, I don't give myself the restraint of like, oh, I'm going to try to make this song sound like something that this label would like. Yeah. Now I've gotten to that point where it's just, I'm just going to fucking make music, like Gino says, because it's fun. And if it's something that I like and I enjoy, I'm just going to make it, and then I'll send it out there, and then whatever. And either way, that makes me happy. And that makes me happy. And that fulfills.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with that answer 100%. Now, what Kevin meant by fuck it is like, hey, I'm not going to worry about things I cannot control. I am going to do the things that I can control, and everything else that happens that's outside my control, fuck it. And hey, Kevin, you know, as mentioned before we hit the record, I mean, look, every rejection is an opportunity for you to build mental strength, for you to build that resiliency, so that like years down the road, you'll be like, wait, why am I like so like, this doesn't faze me. It's because you're training. You're seeing every rejection, every email sent. It's an opportunity. Obviously, the best opportunity will be, hey, we'd love to sign this. But the opportunity number two is you're building your mental strength. Perhaps tweak your approach a little bit, right? I mean, after X amount of times, maybe it gives you the opportunity to learn. And anytime you have the opportunity to learn, you grow. That's it. And you only learn by having more of this, like, I see it as an opportunity rather than like a dead end, cynical approach or mindset that you have. So, and this goes with anything in job, in real life, in your relationship, whether it's with a best friend or even intimate relationship. I mean, right? Are you going to see this fight as an opportunity to grow, or you see this as an obligation to just be like, let me just sweep this under the rug, right? And move forward. Which one? So it's applicable really in any situation. So really, now's the time to start shifting how you view all of this, because it's a dangerous path for you to keep knocking yourself down mentally and seeing every obstacle, obligation, even if it is on the external front. Yes, getting rejected 100 times, that is a negative feedback, but it is your job. What can you control? It's an opportunity.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, thank you for letting me share this perspective. It's something that I'm also trying to inject into our leadership team. Like, hey, let's see everything as an opportunity, and let's see how it goes. And I think we'll just be a little bit more, I wouldn't say happier, because happy is such a abstract thing, but I think you'll be more level-headed. It'll keep you focused.
Agreed. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Anything else to add, guys?
No, just do you. Always do you. Stay
100%.
true.
And that's what we're here for. That's what the course is here for. Faculty of Electronic Music, obviously more focused on music production, but as you can tell through these videos, Atroxx, Gino's got tons of industry knowledge that we're just shooting back and forth. Kevin, SVS, is just giving us tons of pure feedback, right? He is in the trenches right now, leveling up and just giving us his perspective so that we can continue to help you solve these mental hurdles. And then on top, like real practical hurdles, right? Like how to make music, how do you do marketing? So it's really a push and pull between those two and finding the balance. Hope you guys all found this one useful. Feel free to drop your comments, feedbacks below, and check out all of our links between, you know, the artist profile for Gino to Kevin's SoundCloud link. We're dropping it all here. Multiple ways for you to reach us, subscribe to us, or to even just enroll in our course. Phase 1 of Artist Map is always free. It's all about mentality and approach, and it's a lot of these things to just make sure that like you bulletproof the mindset so that you can stay focused and crush it. We'll see you at the next one. All right, later guys.